just to introduce you guys to some people who are a part of Ruthless. And tonight I want to bring to you guys my first guest. I'm super excited about this. It is the Bags Jr. I'm pretty sure plenty of you know who this man is right here. So, Mr. Bags, how are you? Can you hear me?
What's up? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
What's good?
good. What's going on with you, sir?
Oh, just thankful, thankful. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm super excited. You don't
That's
even
what's up.
know. Like I have so if I had all day, we would be on this all day.
Oh, yo, okay, okay. And
Cause,
listen,
cause,
I
cause you
I
have
appreciate that.
awakened me.
No, for real, I appreciate the support on that. And it takes a lot of hard work and diligence to put. That's my second book to put that type of stuff together. But it's well worth it. And my intent was to use that book to help people change the way they think. So you know what I mean? It's all
Right.
love. Yeah,
Right, absolutely. So
yeah.
we're gonna go ahead. Everybody, get your highs in, get your blushes, all that, get all of that out the way for Mr. Bag. We got some good conversation going on for you guys tonight. Who is Stevie Bag Jr.?
mm, I'm a servant warrior king. So every king has to serve the people. And I'm a warrior for righteousness. I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm just here to be righteous. And however you equate that is on you. But that's my intentions. You know what I'm saying? And so consequently, a lot of the times people get caught up in trying to please everybody else's narrative. But for me, um, I just want to make sure I'm living upright. You know what I'm saying? And don't mean I don't make mistakes. Doesn't mean I don't. What's the language on here? What's the language? Can I say whatever?
You
Is
can
it
say
Christian
whatever
or
until
is
they
it?
kick us
Yeah.
out.
It's so basically it don't mean I don't. It don't mean I don't fuck up, but it means that
Right,
at the end of the
right.
day, my intentions are good. You know what I'm saying? I want to see good for people. I want to see I want to see people win. I want to see people healthy. I want to see people, especially melanated people, vibrate on a different level. And so yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Absolutely. Um, Nothing wrong with being enlightened, and I just want to say I appreciate the fact that you are willing to teach others to
Yeah.
how to wake up, because I'm 40 plus, and I'm just going to say it has taken me a very long time to recognize some of the things that you placed in your book. Of course,
Hmm.
during my time of growing up, it was never talked about. It is,
Right.
that's what the word means, and that's just what it is. There was no
Right.
explanation behind it. You're just gonna believe exactly what you're gonna appreciate it. So
Yeah, that's
now,
facts.
yeah, so what I want to ask you is, can you explain, there was one thing that you wrote in your book, says consciousness determines quality of life. Explain that to me or to
Yeah,
us.
the more aware you are of a certain thing, the now you have to walk that out, right? So it's a difference between knowing truth and walking in truth. Walking in truth to me is more the application of a thing. Like I know if I don't drink enough water, I know that that's not going to help my temple. So it's just the balance, and evolution is a beautiful thing to me. I think a lot of people look for revolution. Well, first of all, we ask for solutions, but then you should look for to evolve instead of revolving. So the solution is evolution instead of revolution. Because if you revolve and you're going in a circle, and so if you go in a circle, you're expecting you're doing the same thing and expecting different results. But if you're evolving, you're always ascending. Man, I'm always growing. I'm always doing self inventory to become a better person, a better version of myself. And that's what consciousness is to me. When you lift the veil and you get informed about something in life, then you're able to apply. If you are able to apply it for real, then you have more peace. And that's just my summation of it.
Right. That's deep. I'm just at all with all of this. I'm telling you, when I can say to you that this book even I've only had it a couple of days, and I've been like going through it. I'm like, oh man, wait a minute, let me go back to that part. And
So it's fun.
so,
It's funny you saying that. While I'm moving around right quick, I gotta grab something.
okay,
But
no problem.
what the beautiful thing about um what you're saying to me is that um you follow me obviously from TV
Right,
film, right? But then when you unpack a different the different version, another version or another part of who I am, right? Not the character that you saw in the show or that you see in the show.
exactly.
Now you're able to have a different perspective on who I am, right?
Right,
Which brings more light to my why. Like the reason why I do what I do is
right.
excuse me.
It's okay. Do your thing.
The reason I'm trying to get this lighting right. This lighting was kind of crazy. Um, but the reason why, I do everything I do as an actor, and obviously I played ball, in my former life as well, pro football. Um, the It's all to have a platform to be able to help, change the way people think. People see you on TV, people see you playing ball, and they want to be able to say, "Hey, man, I want to hear like how we're doing this interview. Like if I wasn't on Ruthless, you wouldn't have wanted to interview me, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
because I was on the
right,
show, that gave me a stage for you to say, "Hey, Oliver." Now through Oliver, you get the chance to meet Stevie. So it's dope.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It definitely gives a different perspective because when we as fans are watching you all on television, all we know is that character. And if you're not conscious enough to dig deeper into
Hmm.
that individual, then
Right.
you'll never know who that person really is. And
Right.
so I'm just gonna say this about you. I appreciate your Instagram. Okay, you know how people say they objectify women and by the certain pictures and all that. Well, I respect your page so much because you don't have to do all of that. And like I understand you
Mm.
gonna show your exercise and your bike riding, but you don't have to take your clothes off to show everybody.
Hey,
I am more
listen.
than
Let
just
me.
one individual. And I totally appreciate that. I really
let me.
do.
Let
And
me.
I'm
Let
not
me.
just
Let me.
trying to gaslight you. I'm so
No.
serious.
No. My how I look at everything with IG, right, is everybody really thinks below the waist instead of above the waist, right? And if you post things that are lower vibration, you get a bunch of likes. You post things that are higher vibratory, you get minimal likes. And so what I do is I try to kind of stay in the middle. Like I try to give some kind of bait, you know. But at the end of the day, the core of who I am is conscious. It's high vibratory. You know what I
Right,
mean? And so
right,
consequently, it's just certain things I'm not gonna do. Just like in my acting career, it's just certain things that I gotta stand on that you'll never see me do. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
so it's the same premise when it comes to IG. Even though IG is only a small part of who I am, I still have a certain level of ethics and values that I gotta stand on. You know what I mean? So
right,
it's a powerful place to be in because it's so easy to get caught in the matrix of trying to get the attention, trying to get the likes, trying to get the followers, and really it's a difference between followers and supporters. A lot of people can follow you, but rarely do people support you. And so, like how you bought a book, to me, that's support. You did what I'm saying? And
right,
for me,
right,
and to support, you know, my, anything that I have going on from my foundation to the books, you know what I mean, to the shows and the things that I'm producing on TV, and film, it's beautiful because I look to control the narrative. Like when I left the NFL, which I tell everybody this, it's in the book, niggas police. They used to sell slaves, now they leasing. When I left the NFL, I promised myself that I would never be a nigga police. Even if I'm in a certain industry, I know that this is a means to an end. This is not the end all be all. So having that mindset is something that has changed my life.
right. Okay, so we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I want to let everybody know. make sure you get this book woke. It's not a joke at all. Like I said, it's waking up the people in the back that don't hear it. Make sure you guys get this book woke. And there's a section in the back where you basically it's a daily dialogue with yourself. You're
Right.
breaking everything down as to how you may be feeling or what you're doing to appreciate yourself. So it's definitely something that's needed, and it holds
So
people accountable for themselves.
no, I want to interject this and add to that.
Okay,
I'm about to do a master class for people that really want to dive in and really want to take their consciousness, their life, their health, their economics to another level because it's 360. You oftentimes you may meet someone who has, the wherewithal with financial literacy, right? But then their health is fucked up. You
right,
might, you know what I'm saying?
right,
You might meet
right,
somebody that got a six pack, but can't make six figures, right?
right.
Don't know how to do right. And then you might find people who may be conscious and may be vibrating on a certain level, but they don't have the access, the influence, the resources to do things with economics, right? But when you see a person who has all three, I promise you, if you can try to master having balance in all three, that's rare. And that's when you know you're transcending, even in a system that wasn't created for you. And especially this is for my melanated people, even in a system that wasn't created for you, when you recognize how to do that and have that balance in every area of your life, I promise you, you flow through life. The universe does whatever you want it to do. And
Right.
so the class is gonna be sometime this fall, and I'll be putting it online. So everybody that's interested, and this is a master class. If you don't want to, a lot of people got a master's degree, but don't know the master. They don't even know how to master their own health. They don't even know how to master their own mindset,
Right.
right? So these are the things we're going to teach and talk about so that people can unpack and unlearn and relearn the nuances of being great, because we all have a level of greatness. It's just
Right.
about being able to tap into it.
So you have been selected as a nominee for VN Global Media and
Hmm.
Entertainment Award 2021 Actor of the Year.
Yeah. Which
Congratulations, first of all.
listen, thank you. Let me tell you something. You know, man gives awards, but the universal God gives rewards. So when I look at myself as an actor, number one, I never thought I would be an actor at all. My little brother was in TV when we were younger. And my goal, my vision, my dream, my everything I was focused on was football. And
Right.
so, you just go through life and your path and your journey just leads you to a certain place. And so it led me to being an actor, right? In this season. And I've embraced it. I've embraced the craft. I've gotten better at, this craft. I put energy and time and effort into being a better, actor. But I never got into this to win awards. And this is not like it's an Oscar or Emmy or anything like that, but it's still
Right.
beautiful for somebody to recognize your work. So shout out to VN, you know what I mean, and the people there that were able to see, my light and some of the things that I've been able to do.
Absolutely. And everybody make sure because there is still time to vote for Mr. Steve Dax Jr. Make sure you go to vnstreaming.com and click him. You can vote as many times as you want. Just choose
That's
your
love.
vote. But I'm gonna tell
That's
you, you gotta
love.
vote right. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's love. That's love for real.
Yep. Oh,
That's love. That's love for real.
yep. Okay, so now let's get to the ruthless question.
Okay.
How in the world did you become a part of the ruthless family?
Okay. So as an actor, at this stage in my career, I'm auditioning, I don't even know, 3 to 5 times a week for the biggest shows in the world, from SWAT to P Valley to, I mean, I auditioned for P Valley about 6 times. You know what I'm saying? It came down to me and the guy what's his name? He was on Tyler Perry stuff too, light skinned dude, plays the bouncer. It came down
Drew
to me and
Temple.
him.
Oh,
No,
Ty Lepley. I'm sorry. Ty
Ty
Lepley.
Lepley. it came down to me and him to be the bouncer, but he got that role. And this was before I even did Ruthless. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
as an actor, you fight a mountain of no's to get that one yes. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, people don't even know. Like, these producers don't necessarily know what they want. They just have a vibe they're looking for, and if you kind of fit into that shell, then boom, And but yeah, I auditioned. I've auditioned for almost every show or a movie that has melanated people in it.
Right.
I mean, Chicago PD, Blackish. I mean, some of the biggest shows you can think of. Every single Tyler Perry show, from Sisters to Bruh to Oval, I've auditioned for all of those. But then I get the audition for Ruthless, and it's in the middle of the pandemic now, mind you. This is June, July, when maybe May, June, July, sometime when the pandemic hit. So it was beautiful because I was in such a spiritual, grounded place at that time. Everything was slowing down, and I was on my bike more than ever because I was able to go outside and just connect with the Creator. You know what I mean? And meditate while I was riding, right? But anyway, I get the audition, and because I have auditioned for TP stuff so much, and I've already been on one of the shows, to be honest, I kind of took it for granted. Like, okay, there's another TP show. Let's, whatever. I go in, I smash the audition, and Kim, I don't know, I think it's Kim Coleman. It wasn't my girl Raven, drummer. It was Kim Coleman who said, let's go. You know what I mean? She gave me the opportunity, gave me a shot, and they liked it. And then boom, that's when, Mark Swinton and all the people there at TP, they brought me in. And I'm so thankful because I met such a beautiful cast, such an amazing talent of people that still have good hearts. I know you had Yvonne on. Like, it's people like that that's dope. Lenny, I mean, the list goes on and on. The whole cast is just tremendous. You know what I mean? And, my class of people that came in, Elise, Samantha, season 1B, they had the 12 episodes, and then they brought us in for the last 12 in season 1. I mean, when we came in, it was just like they ingratiated us and took us in, and it was like, look, last year when we was in the bubble, this is how we did it, and then we had to, and so we as you can tell, we gelled, and you can kind of see the chemistry on camera. But as everybody know, or if you don't know, most people don't actually realize how much workload is put into this. So I did Underground Railroad with Barry Jenkins, right? And to give you guys and gals an example, I was in 2 episodes for Underground Railroad, but they only aired me in 1. So at any rate, I was in Savannah for a whole month shooting 2 episodes. A whole month. We were in the bubble for 2 weeks to shoot 31 episodes for TP. You see what I'm saying? So now, and I wasn't a series regular in Underground Railroad. I just was kind of like a day player kind of guy, guest star role, So as a series regular, you talking about 20, 30 pages of dialogue you got to learn a day. You know what I mean? And it was powerful. So 2 different ideologies on how to film and, the energy.
Right.
But but one workload was, hey man, you need to have this. You need to have all these scenes down right now, ready to go, TP. And then, but the same work is still put into it, just in a different way. So I have such a respect for both of them, and for TP to be, a billionaire, and still be there every day on set directing, I could respect that. You know what I mean? I could respect anybody that's giving melanated people a chance to work and to be seen.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you, when I saw that they were introducing, what was it, 5 or 6 new characters, I was like, wait a minute, what is about to happen?
Right.
So now it was a good thing that you guys did become a part of it because it gave the story even more of a dialogue. You were able to see
Right.
more a variety of different people,
Yeah.
characters, and where some of them where they come from. So we know Oliver is a straight thug.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Oliver don't
Right.
mind chopping up body parts and
Hey,
whatever.
Oliver with the shits, man. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Oliver with the shits and toilet paper. But at the
Period.
same time, Oliver is so afraid and so scared to make a mistake because this is finally Oliver's opportunity to be in a place that's quote unquote a safe haven for him. So it's like even
Right.
though Oliver sees some questionable things going on, he don't really want to see that because he wants to stay inside of this camp, inside of this, everybody has to remember when you're dealing with a cult mindset, you can see truth right in your face, but you don't want to grasp it. It's like what I do with woke. I can tell people Easter bunnies don't lay eggs, chickens lay eggs, but people still gonna do Easter every year because they locked into that mindset, right? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And so when you really look at these characters, you're able to bring them to life for real. And that's why people like, man, your big ass, you the biggest one on there, man. You just gonna choke his ass out and be gone. Well, that happens in real life. You got guys that's smaller ruling things over big people all the time. So that
Right.
mindset, I had to bring that to that character so that even the love that I have for Lacey, you know what I mean, and I'm blinded by that. This girl that stole my keys and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it don't see that because he's like, yeah, I know we gotta move. I know something is not right here, but I'm still locked into the movement. I'm still a Rakadushi. You know what I mean?
Right. If Mr. Tyler Perry called you and said, I have a role for you, who would that character be?
So now, this is a made up role or this is a
A
role that?
major role. It could
No, I'm
be,
saying no. It's a made up role that
oh
doesn't
no, it's
exist, or
somebody
it's a
that's
role
already
that's
there. It's somebody like the
uh
highest or Daikon or, because I could kind of see you as a Daikon. They do it so well that you don't want to touch
yeah
it.
yeah I I don't think I wanted to. I don't think I'd rather be any other role because you know, for a number of reasons. But yeah, I think because I don't. I'm just glad Oliver didn't have to succumb to the cleansing and all that. That ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have done them roles anyway.
Not with
That's just
it.
real. I'm not Oliver. I mean, I'm not with the cleansing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm talking too much,
Right.
but I'm just saying.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, okay. We'll fast forward past that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Um,
Oliver, that's one thing Oliver and Stevie has in common. If you won't be cleansing and one
not
of
with
them, I
it.
don't
No
think. Yeah,
cleansing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that part.
Somebody saying he deep, but not that deep.
Yeah, exactly. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Okay, so let me get to these real quick. These fan questions. I have three, and you probably won't be able to answer, but I'm gonna ask them anyway.
Okay.
So Lauren Ramsey at Lauren Ramsey 95 wants to know: is Oliver going to tell Andrew about the assignment? You gotta watch.
Um, dang. Yeah, you definitely gotta watch. Cause I can't, y'all know I can't tell the story. They already gonna be mad at me for saying Oliver ain't getting cleansed. But
Right,
anyway, or
right.
at least he don't want to get cleansed, I should say.
Okay, okay. Well, this question is a little personal, but
Okay.
I'm gonna ask it anyway.
All right.
From Alnisa, who I'll actually have on after you.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm so embarrassed. She wants to know if she can go on a date with
Oh, hey,
you. It wasn't
nah.
me.
Hey, look, I'll pass on that question right now. I'll pass on that.
Say not
You
gonna be.
know.
That's it. I'm not going. I'm not going to do anything
No,
else to
no,
compromise
you
your
can ask
job
him. You
or
can't go. You
embarrass
can keep
you.
asking. It ain't embarrassing if I don't want to answer it, I can just say pass.
Right. Well, I
Yeah.
could only pick three. I could only pick three main questions.
Uh-huh.
Um, But Alice was laughing. But everybody really, really, truly appreciates you.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's what's up. Thank you for the for inviting me on, and I hope you all got a good message.
But thank you for being a part of this because you could have easily said, uh, original TP Ruthless fans, who is that? And not even worried about having a conversation. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure everybody that's scrolling up and down through this live appreciate the fact that you were willing to come on and preach us a word. Give us the word that we
Wow.
definitely needed. So thank you so much for being a part of this.
No, thank you too, and keep doing what you're doing because I know you helping. To be honest, you're helping give actors even another platform to spread their light because you only know a character from the character that you see
Right.
on the screen. You don't know
Right.
the person behind that character and what they stand on. And I think when you do find out more about a person's character and energy, it makes you have more affinity for them as an actor and whatever they do.
Right.
And I
Right.
think
Absolutely.
from people seeing my personality now, and then because it don't even look like me, like all of it don't even look like me.
No,
People
not at
like,
all. Not
because
at
like when
all.
I'm out sometimes, and people like, oh, you Oliver, well, they don't even look like you, especially if I don't have my beard, right? So they like, and so it's a. I just think that you doing what you're doing is a powerful thing too. And so I want to encourage you to not give up and to keep pushing straight up because
Thank
it's
you.
all love and
Thank
everybody who
you.
came on and showed love
What's good to all my
and
Ruthless
had some
addicts?
jokes too.
Thank you
That's
for
all love,
tuning
man.
in to our
Peace and
latest
power to y'all
episode
and love
of
and light.
Ruthless
All
Conversations
right.
with
Thank
our
you so
own
much.
Oliver, also known as Stevie Bags Jr. Make sure you go and follow him at Stevie Bags Jr. on Instagram as well as Facebook and his website at steviebagsjr.com. And don't forget that copy of Woke. Okay? All right, you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being part of the Ruthless family. You have a great, great day.